Hey everyone, I'm back. I don't know what time it is. It's probably like after 4 a.m. or something now. Oh look, the angel wings are in the corner behind me. I was trying to go back to sleep and I can't I don't I was rolling over and I'm just kind of closing my eyes and then because I literally just recorded not too long ago. Don't worry, it's not a bra, it's a tank top, not being inappropriate with y'all. This isn't OnlyFans, you know. Anyways, um some of the shit I was just talking about because the hip thing, it keeps happening off and on. And I'm like, I don't deal with this. Like, even after I was done recording, because it was fine, it was done after I said what I needed to say in this. And then, I rolled over, I'm like, it still fucking hurts. Like, what the hell? And, you know what popped in my head? It's my fucking, it's my great grandfather, Alton, plumber. And I was like, oh yeah, he did break his hip, didn't he? And I don't know which one. I really don't. Like, I just remember, um, my grandmother and her sisters alternating, taking care of him and stuff during that time. He lived to be in his late 90s. But a lot of the stuff that I'm saying pertains to that my dad's side of the family for some reason. Both sides, on his father's side and his mother's side, because Alton is his mother's father. And then the grandfather, Oakley, that I speak of, that's his dad. So that's, obviously his dad's side. Because it's his father. But anyways, um, okay. So I just want to say the different things that I've been feeling, seeing, writing down. And I was not connecting this at all. Okay, so there's a big rig shop around my house, and it's tractor trailer trucks and crap, stupid shit like that. But I wrote down big sign, and I said this in a reading today, yesterday or whatever, which just uploaded. I haven't posted it yet because I don't know yet. I don't know. I've been weird with readings lately. Like I'll record and then not share, and I do that for a reason, even if I don't understand it. But regardless of that, I mentioned that because it was, oh, okay, you can't give me too much at once because I'm just gonna like get all jumbled up and mixed up because now I have other shit popping in my head about what happened from the reading I did yesterday. And later on that day, I was literally rewatching it to see if I could. If I should post it, and I was doing what I said in the fucking video, and I'm like, and it was more than one thing that I was doing in the moment, and I'm like, I just did that. I love it when that happens, but I got super excited. So, anyways, my great grandfather, yeah, his hip. He broke his hip towards the end. I feel sick all of a sudden. Oh my goodness. Again, my stomach's hurting. Grammy, Olive, his wife passed away many years before he did. Um, she had cancer, I think. She was sick. That's all I know. I was young. Because I said, I don't know. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, a significance with a bed. And a hospital bed popped in my head. I don't know. Did she have a hospital bed in her house? Because I think they did that for my great grandfather towards the end, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. But there's this. My stomach hurts, and that just made my like. I don't know. My lower stomach hurt, like the cramp feeling again. So I don't really know what was going on with her, to be honest. But anyways, I thought of that, and then I was reminded of fire. And there was the reading I did where I'm like, oh, hot, hot, hot. It's really fucking hot in here. And someone had commented saying, I hope you're not picking up on my hot flashes, which maybe I was, who knows. But my grandfather, my great grandfather, the same one that broke his hip, there was a fire that broke out, I think in the garage yeah, I think it was the garage. It was connected to the house either way. And, he got, he got burns all over him, but he did save the house. He went in and put the fire out. And I forgot about that too. And then, because I didn't see him very much, we went over there for like family reunions, which was another thing that popped in my head, because the garage is significant. I go sit in the garage now, and he used to sit in his garage. It's like a little workshop area too. Maybe it was a workshop that caught fire. I don't know. My father told me once upon a time, but I don't remember exactly what happened or anything. But it was really weird because when I was laying here thinking about that, I bent my fingers certain ways. His fingers were crooked. Oh, I drew that. Maybe that's what that is. They were literally crooked because he had arthritis. And he was missing a finger. I don't know if it's his pointer finger. I don't know which finger it was. But it's just kind of funny that that nail broke off. And, you know, I know a lot of men around me are missing digits. I'm just saying. But, I don't know what happened to his fucking finger, or if he was missing more than one. Because, like, my dad is missing, like, the tip. Well, it's actually down to the knuckle, because I don't remember. Back in the day when it happened, they just cut it down. They made it shorter so that he wouldn't have joint pain at the tip or something. I think that's what it was, because he was like 3. He was like 3 years old, and he stuck his finger in a meat grinder at his grandmother's house. Was it Grammy Godwin? I don't know. Was that his dad's side or something? I don't know where he was. But he was little, and like, ooh, curiosity made him lose his finger. I don't know what happened to great grandpa's finger. But his was shorter. Like, more of it was missing, basically. They're all zigzag fingers and stuff. But when I was being reminded of all this stuff, you know, like his injuries and whatnot, the things that I saw in my drives, like the signs that I saw, literal and metaphorically speaking, were popping in my head. Like, I kept seeing like a road sign that would say plumber, and that's his last name. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I always think of that side of the family when I see that anyways, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And then camp. I kept seeing camp, up to camp, camp, camp. And I'm like, what the fuck is the significance with the damn camp? He worked for like a boys camp or something. Like, he worked there, and then he was forced into retirement or something in his 90s and still volunteered. I think he did like, he's like a janitor or something, maintenance man, shit like that. He did that up until he literally couldn't, until they were like, go home. That was just the type of man he was. That's the significance with the camp and the sign and the pain in my hip and the fire getting hot. But when I was remembering like the family reunions and stuff, I don't know, like, I wasn't remembering people being there. I was looking at the layout of the house. I just did that in this video. I was showing people my room in the last one. The layout of the house. Okay, I don't know what the significance of that is. That house is fucking old. I love that house. But anyways, when I'm laying here, I was like looking at the garage with the tables lined up in there where all the food would be whenever we'd have a gathering there. And you'd walk, I don't know, there's this fluffy dog that looked like a lion. I think his name was like Goldie or something. I don't know what his name was, but it was barky. I don't know. It wasn't very nice, but it was fluffy. I always wanted to hug it because it was like a big poof ball. But that dog would be chained up out front. And if you walk up, because you could go in through the garage, or you could go in through like the front door or whatever, like the cement steps. I don't know what's there now, but this is what literally showed up in my mind. And I was walking in through, I think I walked in through the garage because there's like a storage room or a mud room or something. And I don't know if that's where you keep like canning goods and crap. I'm not sure, but it's just like a storage place. And then you walk into the kitchen, and the kitchen had the well in the counter, the cold water and stuff. I always thought that was so freaking cool. And then I remember everything. I'm like, it's almost like I'm there right now in my head, and I'm getting a virtual tour of the whole layout of the house. But the craziest thing is I can remember what it smells like. I can smell the house, like right now. Just, the spirit can make you smell certain things. If you smell perfume, cologne, flowers, something that will make you remember a person. Because that's really what made me shoot up out of bed and go, holy crap, because I could smell the freaking house. Like, I still can right now. Like, I can smell it. I don't know. It's just, I don't have very many memories there because we didn't go there very often, but the playroom was on the back side of, well, was the downstairs bedroom. I was going to say it was Grammy's room, but it was towards the end of her life because her room was upstairs, and it was almost like it had never been touched. You know, I remember this one time going up there, and there was like a back room that was exercise stuff in it, like a exercise bike and crap. I don't know, it's like a storage room or something. And on the other side, like, if you walk up the stairs and you take a left, the first room on your left was her room, and then straight ahead was that storage room or whatever. And then if you turn around, straight ahead, I think on the other end of the hallway, I think that was Grandpa's room. I think they had separate rooms. But her room, I went in there one time when I was there, and it was just like going back in time, which I don't know why I'm gonna cry, because I wouldn't remember that. I wouldn't know that. You know what I mean? Like, because I barely remember her. Like, I do remember her, and she's been with me in spirit ever since she died. Literally, she came to the foot of my bed when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old or something. And it was like in a dream state, but it was so real. I woke up reaching out to her crying. It's gonna make me cry. But anyways, she's been with me ever since. But it's just, I don't know what the significance of all this is yet, but it's obviously there's some significance with my family, especially on my father's side. We're very spiritual people anyways, whether he admits it or not. He does admit it, but I don't think he understands fully, and I don't think he believes in what I do, or maybe someone's don't. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest, because I believe and I know. So anyways, I'm like smelling the fucking house laying here. And I'm like, holy crap. It was just like a virtual tour. But anyways, because you know when you can go on those realtor sites and stuff, and you can literally virtually tour a house? That's what it looks like I was doing. Because I'm just laying there and I'm just seeing everything. And, I don't know. It brought back a lot of memories. But anyways, I'm like, okay, what's the significance with this? And then I wrote down yesterday, it's in pink writing and crap. I wrote down big sign, and I was like, is it a road sign? Is it a business sign? What the fuck is it? And I said, there's like a big rig shop around my house. So I'm like, maybe it's that, whatever. I don't know. So I didn't really read too much into it. I keep talking about there's a significance with golf, rocks, big, the word big, there's a fucking sign, all that shit. That's where my father grew up. Because what led me to that, like, explanation, I guess, is, I've thought this stuff before, but I just didn't put it all together for some reason. Time and place, I guess, I don't know. Jeez, and the river. I'm just losing my mind right this second. Horses, I just mentioned that the other day too. Because my grandmother in Oakley, my dad's dad used to ride horses together and stuff. But, anyways, they lived on a farm, and what made me connect all of this is all at once right now was I was thinking about Grandpa Plumber and basically how he was forced into retirement and he volunteered at the camp and stuff because he still wanted to work. He was in the paper for that, and I have a news article about him because he got an award or a certificate, and I think they donated or I don't know if it's the mess hall or what it is, but there's a place at that camp, whatever camp it is, that's dedicated to my great grandfather because of he dedicated his life to the place basically. Um, so there's a newspaper article, and I was like, wow, my grandparents on my dad's side, even whether it's on his mom's side, dad's side, whatever, all did something really significant, and it might not seem like super super significant to a lot of people, like, oh, big whoop, he was a janitor or a maintenance person at a camp forever, and he has a plaque on the wall. That's a big deal because he cared about what he did, and he left his mark even in a small way, because you can leave your mark on the world and on other people without being famous. Do you know what I mean? And like maybe that's what that's representing. But my dad's dad, Oakley, made the papers too because he went blind. He had diabetes. He went blind, and he ran a chicken farm blind, and he made the papers for that. I think they raised broilers or something. Yeah, because I don't think they did the eggs. Maybe they had eggs, but I don't know. But that wasn't the business part. But anyways, it was a chicken farm. And the significance with Bethel and all that crap. Well, guess what? Okay, well, I knew this anyways, but the sign, the big sign, is the Big Adventure. The Big Adventure place or whatever. Oh, I just found my ticket from playing laser tag there years ago. I think we went with the school. I found my score sheet, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't done that in forever. I went rock climbing there too, but that's the significance. Okay, so the big sign is the Big Adventure place. It's got a miniature golf course out there now, or it did. I don't even know if it's open anymore, but this is what the place consists of. It had a rock climbing gym too, laser tag, an arcade. Had a little arcade in there too. And that's all the stuff. That's all the stuff that I kept talking about. And the river is right out back of the place. And actually, my uncle fell into it when he was a kid. That story. I've heard that story. It's funny, but he could have died, but he didn't. I don't know, some of the fuck shit that my dad and his brother used to do, the shit they used to do. It's funny to listen to, but kids don't act like that anymore. They don't fuck around. They don't play. They don't use their imaginations. It's sad. It's really sad. Because they're not gonna have those cool stories to share, like, remember the time, They'll be like, remember the time we put that fucking headset on and we looked retarded because no one knew what we were doing except for us? Yay, what an awesome story that is. I don't know, live a little so that life's more exciting, you know what I mean? Kids need to learn to do that. But yeah, that totally came up tonight. And the other thing that came up, I think his name was Reginald. He he's in that side of the family too. He shot himself. And when I don't know, he popped in my head. And I don't know if he shot himself in the face or not. I know I'm talking about it pretty nonchalantly, but I didn't know him. I remember hearing about it when I was younger. I think it was with a rifle. I don't know. I don't know how he did it, but basically committed suicide. in I think it was in his house or apartment. I don't know if my grandmother's the one that saw him or not. I'm not sure. I don't know, but that's significant for some reason. He's in a better place anyways, if anyone wants to know that, but um makes me wonder if that's why I feel certain pains in certain places. Oh, you know the other thing? This has nothing to do with my family, but there was a kid. Well, he's not a kid anymore. I don't even know where he is or anything like that, but I keep feeling like I got like poked in the eye, shot in the eye. You know what popped in my head tonight? A long time ago, I was in middle school. I think his name was Luther Hall. Um, I think he got shot in the eye because they were playing Russian roulette or something. I don't know who was playing with him or whatever, but I didn't even know the kid though because he wasn't in my grade. I think he was a year ahead of me or something. But that just popped in my head tonight too. I don't know why. The reason why I think some people from high school and stuff like that, or middle school, or from my younger years, are popping in my head is because there are certain someones that watch my videos and stuff that would know these people because I knew the name. You know what I mean? I didn't. That's about it. But oh goodness, this heating pad is really fucking heating up. Whew. I can't lay with that thing anymore. I'm sweating my ass off. Turn it off. Heat up the floor. God, I'm never gonna get to go to bed now. I'm just saying. But anyways, I think that was it because I just had all them epiphanies all at once. And I just wanted to be like, I wanted to grace you guys with my crazy hairness again. I love you guys. These are just little mini shares because, okay, I feel like certain people need to hear certain things. But besides that, it's when I do stuff like this and I explain how I see things, feel things, when it happens, how I connect the dots and stuff, especially if I say it prior and then it's like, oh, it's coming together. It's to help you guys do that for yourselves when, you know, when things are coming to you. You know, follow your heart. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I also just recently had a friend, someone I haven't spoken to in years, which was kind of crazy because I said that in reading. I said, you're going to hear from someone, or someone's going to hear from someone that I haven't talked to in a long time. And it's not what you think. It's not what you expect. Well, I definitely wasn't expecting this. And it's someone we were friends with. We're friends for a while. Hanson camp. Her dad lived in a camp. Wasn't it an A-frame? I said something about an A-frame camp. Anyways, regardless of that, yeah, he's into motorcycles too. Ice. The ice. We used to chip the ice out of the old fridge at his house. And turtles are significant with that person because she loved turtles. And she gave me this turtle ring. I still remember it. I don't have it anymore, but it like had pink, orange, and yellow swirls on the top of its back. It was a little metal turtle ring. They were best friend rings. Quarters. Change. Holy shit. I don't know if I still have that stuff. I gotta see if I can find it because I think I do. She had made me this like best friend kit or something. This was a long time ago. And it's so cute if you think about it. She had these envelopes and like there was a quarter in one of them and like she wrote little notes like what it meant, what each thing meant. I literally just did that with another friend. I just explained it. That's so funny. Because she did that long time ago. And I'm definitely digging through shit today, I'm just saying. But I found it a while ago, and I messaged her about it. And what else is weird is when I went to my other cloud, like on my iPad, I uh, I was looking at the pictures that were loading, and there was a stuffed turtle that I put on top of this like Disney square container that has a quote unquote fairy in it because it's like a bug, but it looks like a fucking fairy. It just does. And she found that years and years ago, so that dead bug's been in there for a long time. But she used to have this like bubblegum um thing inside of it in the Disney container that I don't know if it was like a I think it was a crocodile or something. I don't remember. But they were cool because it was like a gumball with the frosting and stuff, and it was like animals and crap. She had all that cool shit. But the gum was cool, I guess. But anyways, um I the picture was in there of that, and it was right after she messaged me, and she was asking me some spiritual questions. She's like, I know that you're very spiritual, and she wanted to help. She needed help with like a little bit of guidance, like point me in the right direction so I can work on my, my intuition and stuff. Because we used to talk to the dead when we were younger too. She was actually the person that I used the Ouija board with when the radio turned on by itself, and the freaking thing, the planchette, flew across the patio. That scared the shit out of me. Like, it didn't just go fling. It, like, if someone was gonna flick it, no. It literally, the patio was rough, so you wouldn't slip and fall, like, because it went to the pool. And, it had the planchette had the little felt crap on the bottom, and it literally, like, across the thing, and we just about shit our pants. We burned it. We burned the board and everything. We burned it. Which, that's fine, but, like, there's nothing attached to us or anything, but I've been talking about a lot of that stuff, too, and I never would have thought of that, just saying. But that's just so funny. I need to know what the quarter meant when she gave it to me, because quarters are significant, because I gave a quarter to that person I was talking about, has a tree on it, and the quarter, which I think is the Connecticut one, which is funny because that's where she fucking lives now. But anyways, and I have a quarter with a bear on it, but it's tarnished, which is, I don't know, I love that quarter. I can't get rid of it. I don't know why. And I don't know. I got some searching to do. But yeah, that's, huh. That's cool. I wasn't expecting that part of this. It's like, it's just history. Remember the good times. Why the fuck? Why am I sharing my happy memories? Remember the good times. I feel like somebody wants to say that. Huh. That's weird too, because what I'm staring at, I used to have a portrait of my Mimi sitting there, hanging on the wall. Originally, it was a mirror, and then when everyone was messing with me, I fucking threw the mirror and broke it. If anyone's been following me for a minute knows that. But then I hung up my Mimi's picture there, and I used to look at it, and I would look at it like as if it was a mirror, like I was looking at myself. And I said that one time on here. I'm like, it almost looks like I'm looking at myself when I look at my Mimi. Well, guess what? That picture, the portrait of my Mimi, is downstairs now, and there's a picture of me sitting there now, hanging up there. It's a drawing, it's a sketch. I think it was Donna Cantor. It was one of my art teachers who did a sketch of me back in, I don't know, 2002 or 2003 or something. Oh, what does it say? Oh, what? I think it's 2003 because that's the year I graduated. I don't know if anyone can see it. There it is. I thought it came out so cool. It didn't even take her that long to do it. But anyways. Well, that's it for now, apparently. If I want to come back, I will. I love you guys.